In this video, I'm exposing the entire funnel that you can copy step by step that actually books me in about 1 to 2 qualified appointments every single day. And it actually allowed me to book, I think it was 70 calls in June or July, something like that. It was 70 calls over the course of 30 days, and you can see right here. So this funnel absolutely crushes. Now we're looking to get back up to that level of volume, but we're having to taper down because of client fulfillment and stuff like that. You guys know how it goes. Anyways, my name is Patrick Thomason. I'm the founder at createmrr.com. I have a program called CMRR. It's a done-for-you recurring framework system as a service. What we do is we put this system into your business, which I'm going to go over this entire framework so you guys can copy and paste it for absolutely free. We put this into your business. We watch over it like a hawk, and then we add $20,000 in new monthly recurring revenue in 60 days. So really quickly here, who is this for? This is not a VSL. I'm just kind of explaining to you guys what niche will best be suited for this type of framework. This is for an agency, a B2B business owner, and a coach as well. So all 3 of these I'm serving in my inner circle program called CMRR, who are typically above $5,000 or $6,000 a month just because of the acquisition on ads and the kind of, the kinks you kind of have to work out as far as paid ads go. But once those are kind of rolling, you can really get off to the races pretty well. So what we have to do right here is that we have to really focus on our front end offer. Now, if your offer isn't optimized for paid acquisition, in other words, you can't send cold traffic there, the entire flywheel is essentially messed up and every single one of your results is replicated in a negative manner. Now, if I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, your offer, like as much as everybody says, you can have a decent offer and it can sell really well, you just need to get it out to more people. If somebody's telling you just kind of need to get your offer out to more eyeballs, that might be true, but also take a second look at your offer. Like the first thing that we do with guys in CMRR is like, we have to make sure your offer is optimized for paid acquisition, or else it's just not a suitable offer for the marketplace. Like even some of the best offers in the online space to date, if you hear them, or if a cold eyeball hears them, they'll already be somewhat sold because that's an amazing offer. And so what we do, and what you have to do here, is you have to focus on your front end marketing. So I would suggest, obviously, I have everything mapped out in the program, but I'm not going to talk about that anymore. All I'm going to say is simply what you have to do from the get-go, if you want to let this funnel and this framework actually play out as it should and what it's meant to do. Fix your offer and optimize it for paid acquisition. Build out one simple landing page and send every single one of your marketing sources to the landing page. So to give you guys a quick example, because I know this might be kind of confusing for some of you guys, obviously right here have decommoditized offer. What we have to understand is we have to take a step back, just unbiasedly take a step back from your business. So instead of looking at your business through a first person view, look at your business through a third person view. So for me as Patrick, I would say, okay, cool. I'm going to step out of Patrick's eyes, okay? And I'm going to step into, a B2B or an agency or a coach's shoes. I'm going to say, okay, look. I'm at a third person right now. Okay, what do I want this offer? Without my emotions being attached to it, without, me being like, oh, this is amazing. I step back, I take a deep breath and I go, okay, cool. Is this offer something I'd really pay X amount of money for? Because there really is a market cap for how much your offer is worth. And that's something you have to play around with on sales calls and see where the market ultimately decides how much your price point is worth, whether you believe it's worth high ticket or not. And so what I would simply tell you to do is like, before you go out building this entire funnel, this entire framework, this entire systemized offer, obviously you already have these clients signed. If you're above 6K a month, your offer is probably somewhat proven, but I would simply tell you that you just need to have a concise landing page. Now, right here is my landing page I'm going to show you guys, and it's very simple. I run cold traffic here and warm traffic. This is the second link down below in the description. Obviously, there's a headline where I call out above 5K a month, and I said, we'll add up to $20,000 in new MRR, monthly recurring revenue, to your business in 60 days by installing our done-for-you recurring framework. And then obviously check out the video walkthrough and then discover how it works. I kind of go over a little bit in here. And then obviously I say, and you want to scale with more clients, customers, click the button below. So you click the button below and then you go straight to a booking call funnel. Now, there are so many people who have scaled to $1 million a month utilizing a call funnel. It's the most simplest way to drive predictable traffic to a VSL. And you can easily tell, okay, look, what is not converting? Is it the issue with my landing page? People are not clicking the button. My VSL is too long, something's messed up with it. Or am I simply qualifying too much in the type form or in the booking call page? Whatever it is, this is like such an easy funnel to do, right? And you might be asking, why can't I just do this on my own? Well, you can, but there's so many gaps and misconceptions between the eyeball landing on the landing page and then the eyeball actually choosing to book in a call. So everything from copy to newsletters to obviously follow-ups, everything in your CRM, everything like that, I pretty much do for you. Now, the reason why I built out this system as a service is to serve clients in the best possible way, so you can kind of get back to client fulfillment or front-end marketing or acquisition, and then we just kind of focus on everything as far as the systems, the funnels, the frameworks to get you $20,000 in new MRR. So what you'll want to do is obviously have a killer offer. First of all, have a killer offer. Build out an amazing landing page. Now, that landing page that I showed you was by no means amazing at all. It just has to be something basic that the market actually responds well to. And yes, I literally copy and pasted that from somebody else's funnel. Well, not copy and pasted it, but I copied the layout and pasted the layout because it's a simple, proven layout. And I'm not going to try to reinvent the wheel in something that I know works. So with that being said, we're going to want to send your traffic to daily newsletter. You're going to want to have them from YouTube as well. Then Furious 5 is something that where, you land next 5 clients in like a week or so, and CMRR is kind of this thing that we do. And then LinkedIn organic. Now, all of these, obviously you should have landing pages up here and landing page down here as well. So all of these should go to your landing page and your CRM. Now, it's extremely important that in the process that your prospects see your face from the first get-go, those that don't convert, that aren't ready to buy, that aren't ready to actually, invest themselves, or if they're not called out harsh enough, they're still in your newsletter. You still want to have a proven way to actually contact them. And this is my entire point in this video right here. This nurturing phase is huge. This is probably going to make up, I would say, like 60-70% of everything. Because if you can keep the prospect in the pipeline, you can keep them warm and you can move them down the funnel. I'll give you guys an example. We had a prospect, his name is Shreyas. He's actually a coach. And what he did is, obviously he opted in for some of our stuff a few months ago it was. It took him like 2 months to convert to a sale. And I wasn't even tracking it. I wasn't even stressed over it. I wasn't even tracking it. But I looked at when he actually opted in originally, and it was like 2 months ago. And so I was like, oh my gosh. And we closed him on email. Like, I sent him over an email to join CMRR. I shot him over an offer, and he was like, yeah, let's do it. He had a little objection. I answered that in email. Then he sent over the payment link. So everybody underestimates the fact that the people in your pipeline who read your newsletters, who watch your YouTube videos, who are, looking at your LinkedIn posts, who are, looking at your everything on that with YouTube and everything like that, it's like they still want your product or service. You just have to do a better job at kind of lassoing them in. And so text, calls, audits, trainings, whatever it is that you do, you want the nurture to be dialed in. And if it's not, then the entire funnel will crack. So a lot of people see the booking call page and they go, okay, well, I can just go book in a call right now. And, oh, I can just build out a landing page. It'll take me 10 minutes. Oh, this is so easy, Patrick. Let me send some paid traffic. Go ahead. And then watch your booking rate be like 1%. And the 1% that do book in is extremely unqualified. It doesn't matter if you have a type form or not. So this entire funnel is very easy to look at, but the implementation is hard. So I'm selling the information, or I'm giving away the information for free, but I'm selling the implementation. So I'm giving away you guys the funnel. Like, this is exactly what I do, very simply put, but the implementation is the actually hard thing. And so now we move down to sales and fulfillment. And so when you've nurtured your prospects well enough, you'll know that I'm no expert at this, but I've really come to realize that if you nurture your prospects in the best way possible, the sales and fulfillment side of things becomes a lot easier. It kind of just becomes like, putting icing on a cake. It's like you've stacked the bread up. Sounds weird. You've already baked the cake, and you've already done the hard part by, getting all the ingredients in there and then whipping it up and stuff, using all the your freaking arms and shit, the elbow grease. And then now you're just like icing on the cake. Like, you're just like finishing off the job. Pause. So that's like what I found to be sort of the easiest way to go about this. Now, you have to dial in your marketing, you have to dial in your nurturing, and you have to dial in your sales and fulfillment. So the onboard needs to be dialed in, the SOPs need to be dialed in, the upsells need to be dialed in if you have any. Obviously, the CMOR recurring framework is huge. If you don't have a recurring framework in your business, every single client you're going to have to fight for like it's your last client. And then they'll never sign with you month to month. They never want to speak to you again they just do the product or service and they ghost, or they sign for 10 days and they leave and they churn, and it's a pain in the ass, and you spend so much time. Your cost per acquisition for that customer is like $1,000, and then you finally sign them for $3,000, and then they churned in 20 days, and like it's a whole entire mess. So that's why we install a proven recurring framework. We actually shift your pricing structure, and then we show you kind of how to add things to your business, simply put, to retain clients for a longer period. So with that being said, obviously the fulfillment comes from the call reviews, one-to-ones, group calls, sales scripts, things like that, which you should be doing with your clients. This is what I do with all my clients. We actually have our CMR, our group call today at 2. And so with that being said, this is kind of the funnel. Like, this is the funnel that generated me 70 qualified appointments that allows me to have $2,000 monthly payments. Pretty sick. Now with that being said, that's kind of what it looks like from a booking calls standpoint. And this is kind of what it looks like the first, I think 2 or 3 weeks, we actually, I collected $10,000. I think this was the first few weeks or so. And with that being said, that's kind of like how it rolls. Like I said, I mean, you have to have the newsletter dialed in, you have to have the paid traffic dialed in, you have to have the lead generation dialed in. If you want this entire system done for you as a service, my team and I will do this exactly for you. Now, if you're not ready to actually pull the trigger or add $20,000 in new MRR in 60 days, which is something that we literally guarantee, or we give you your entire money back, then just join the revenue. It's for absolutely free. It's a free newsletter. You can get into my marketing funnel. You can kind of get some free game on what we're about, kind of who more about what I am, what exactly we do. And then I can actually show you more in depth about this system. I give you guys as much free game as possible in the newsletter called The Revenue. But like I said, if you're actually ready for this done for you recurring framework system as a service to be implanted into your business and add $20,000 in new MRR in 60 days, click the second link down below. It's literally just going to take you to this free training page, or not a free training. It's going to take you to a booking call page. It's a little landing page where I basically qualify you a little bit harder to make sure you're an actual good fit. Then from there, you can click yes, let me schedule a call if you're a good fit. I don't want to speak to you if you're not. Got to be above 5K a month. Then just fill out this 4 or 5 question type form and then book in a call. So with that being said, that's kind of the end of the video, guys. I appreciate you guys. We just hit 1,000 subscribers. You guys are absolutely goats. This system as a service is not that hard to learn, but to implement, it's a whole other beast. So that's why we kind of take it off the plate of agency coaches and B2B business owners who are above 5K a month. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.